All right, so y'all, this is a homework problem out of 12.1, okay? And so what we're trying to do is says congruent sides are marked on the figure to the right, find the values of x and y. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna focus on this triangle first. And if you notice, all three sides are congruent. So y'all, if all three sides are congruent, what that means is that each of those angles are all gonna be the same. Y'all, if I add up all the angles inside a triangle, the sum, when I add them all up, has to add up to 180 degrees. So if I add up each of those x's, that's going to tell me that 3x is going to be 180 degrees. So I divide both sides by 3. Then the measure of angle x, y'all, is going to have to be 60 degrees, okay? Now, let me come back. I'm going to kind of just clean this up a little bit. And y'all, what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to say, well, look, I know that they're each 60 degrees. I'm going to focus on this one for right now. So y'all, when I'm looking at this angle right here, right, this here is what we call a straight angle. A straight angle also adds up to 180 degrees, okay? So y'all, if this has to add up to 180 degrees, then what I'd like to do is I'd like to find, say, the measure of this angle here. I don't know, I'm going to call it z, okay? So y'all, that's telling me that 60 plus z is going to have to add up to 180. So if I subtract 60 on both sides, that's telling me that the angle z is going to be 120 degrees. So look, I'm going to come back over here, and I know that this angle is 60, and I know this angle here is 120. Okay, so y'all, we also have these two sides being congruent, okay? So when those two sides are congruent, y'all, that means that these two angles are also going to be the same. So if they're calling this y, we're going to call that one y. Remember, y'all, we said when we add up all the angles, it should add up to 180 degrees. So look, if I add this y and that y, that's going to give me a 2y plus 120 is equal to 180. So let me go ahead and subtract 120 from both sides. Kind of running out of room here, y'all, so I'm going to bring this guy up here. So that's going to give me 2y equals 60 degrees. So divide both sides by 2, y'all. Y should be equal to 30 degrees.